I don't like the brown paper bag comparison, which conveys that if you are lighter than the brown paper bag, then you're light skinned, if you're darker, vice versa when it's all black. Loving yourself is not about racism, but race pride, because I can love me without hating you.
Yeah, this is what we're all about. People peacefully expressing their opinion. If it's peaceful, I'm good with it. Just here to make sure it stays peaceful.
Right, I mean, it's peaceful, and I'm all for that. Whenever we have peaceful protests, that's what we're in this country for. So you could have peaceful protests, people can say what they want to say, they can even yell at us, they can put up signs and say screw the police, whatever. I'm fine with that. I don't take it personally. As long as whatever I can do to make sure people ain't breaking out windows and causing business owners and mamas can still go get their family, milk and stuff. Now I have to Target, they closed at 2 today, 2 o'clock today. Somebody called me like, man, I can't get off work and make it to the store on time. So, we all for this, and it's great to see a diverse people too. It ain't just one race. Everybody out here. And, for me personally, you know what? I didn't like what I saw when they killed the dude in Minnesota, Mr. George. And I thought that was wrong. So hopefully, this will make a change and we won't have no issues like that. And we can all get along and people can have confidence in the police. And that's what we want to do. We don't want people to stereotype as black men. We don't want people to stereotype us. And as officers, I don't want people to stereotype officers as well. And we also got to do more with child care, health care. And we got these kids right now. We got COVID. People's kids ain't going to school. They need food too. So whatever we can do, give some money that way because we got to make sure the babies eat.
We will not stop fighting for the equality of black lives. It's June 2nd, 2020, and we are still having to march the streets with and for the black community for simple, basic human rights.
Okay, so I wanted to come down and see what the young people are up to. Guys like you, guys like this band to my left. So what ended up happening, man, is back in my time, we had a different kind of a strategy. Basically, there were various leaders we used to follow. The leaders. The leader says, we're going to meet here and do these particular things. We might walk a block, then we're going to kneel. We're going to walk another block, then we're going with a power sign. We're going to walk another block, oh yes, and then maybe we'll register to vote. Oh, I don't see nobody out here registering to vote. So it makes me wonder and makes me worried about whether or not these issues don't expose and don't end up, and they don't end up with action. So that's why I was curious in terms of how people found out about this. You guys found out about it, you tell me about the Citizens app. I'm gonna have to download this wonderful Citizens app and find out.
Sunday I got angry enough where I started actually following, and I was watching the news, and I started seeing both sides, and I saw a lot of the looting, and I saw just too much of the looting, and my family, my parents, some of my friends were focused on the looting and that was all that this is, and I wanted to be able to come here and prove to them and say, this is my firsthand experience of peaceful protesting, that I have not seen looting. This is my second day. I was in Van Nuys and at City Hall again yesterday, and I've made a deal with myself that I'm gonna come every day until it stops. So I can tell people about my experiences that love me and that believe in me, and that they can hopefully hear from somebody that's been there and be inspired to be here. So I guess this first sign, if you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. I just feel like there's a lot of things that we all can do, and I stayed neutral for way too long, and I realized, and I was disappointed in myself that I was on the side of the oppressor, and I just wanted to speak my truth there. And that the right way to do that, the right way to see that injustice is to shine light on it. Like I said, bring it to my family and my friends. I'm a teacher. To bring it to my kids when I get back next year, and to protect those kids and fight for those kids, and have a voice for my students that are African American and minorities and just aren't heard.
And I'm very pleased to see so many young people here. White people, black people, brown people, blended people, red people, all with a single message. We've had enough. We don't want to continue the legacy of violence in America. We want it to end, and we want it to end now. The problem with violence is that not only does the victim suffer, but the perpetrator also suffers. I spend a lot of time working with people who are in prison for murder. What hurts them the most is that they can't bring that body back. And the person they killed can't say, I forgive you. So it is the perpetrator who is left to suffer. This nation suffers because its predicate is violence. We spend 53% of the Los Angeles budget on law enforcement. We spend more money on weaponry and military than we spend on health care.
Peace out, guys.
Okay.
When sick people don't have access to health care, that's violence. When hungry people can't afford to buy food, that's violence. When children are too afraid to play outdoors in front of their own home, that's violence. So what is happening now is bringing attention to police violence, but it brings attention to a nation that is saying we've had enough.
I felt racism not only by the police, but on the socio-economic level where, we're subjected to not always being treated fairly on our jobs. Sometimes we ask for a raise, we lose our job. Sometimes we ask to move up and they kick us out, and I think that's why I'm here, because I just want systematic change where we actually have a choice and got the opportunity to grow as everybody else in all institutions, not just at the bottom, but at the highest level. That's what I want. I want all of us to be able to work at the highest level in government and state, and I don't think it's right that we continue to push back every time we move forward, and it's not right. So that's why I'm here, because I believe that this is something that needs to happen not just for Black people, but for Mexicans, Asians, and all minorities.
It's sad to see people dying at the hands of the people that's supposed to serve and protect us. And so, that was one of the main. Yeah, and they get paid by our tax dollars, and we wanted to make sure we came out here to stand, trying to be a part of the change that we want to see. After Martin Luther King was assassinated, they rioted for 6 days. And on the 6th day, that's when the Civil Rights Act was passed. And so, we're not going to stand down. We're not going to cower and go back into our houses. We're going to stay out here and fight for what we believe in and fight for justice.
For justice, but the righteousness. It's been nice to see the unity. It's been nice to see the togetherness. And all I can do is hope for change and hope that they're listening to our cry. Prosecutors, the judges, it's the whole system. It's the politicians. It's the whole system. So the police reform, this protesting the police is a start, but it's nowhere near the finish.
It is empowering just to see, I guess, different cultures. We have white, black, brown people out here together, and we're all standing for the same thing. We want justice. We want peace. So I'd say it's history in the making.
Peace and blessings.
They're trying to confuse y'all, tell you who we are. We know who we are. We are non-violent. All we want is to feel like you. We want to walk down the same streets as you, feel like you. Don't feel persecuted. Don't feel fucking objectified. Don't feel like we have to say hello, yes sir. I want to walk down and feel like I'm just like you. That's what this is about. All lives matter, Black lives matter, but goddamn it, right now the Black house is on fire. And if a Black house on fire, it'll catch fire. All these motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're right, man.
That's truth. Skin black, that's the oil in me. Worth a lot, it's royalty. Seeing me is owing me. Having this joy in me. Can't tour with me. I'm a black oiler. See, skin black, that's the oil in me. Worth a lot.